there was a powerful king named Vijnanendra, ruler of the kingdom of Kaikeya. A valiant warrior, he had fought many battles to defend his realm from invaders, emerging victorious each time. Yet, with every conquest, he found himself increasingly burdened by the responsibilities of kingship. Despite his might, Vijnanendra was haunted by a constant threat of war. Each victory only served to instill fear of further conflict, as neighboring kingdoms eyed his strength with envy. The burden of responsibility weighed heavily on his heart, for he knew that the lives of his subjects depended on his decisions. Yet, he often felt isolated, surrounded by scheming nobles involved in court politics and betrayal, where trust was a rare commodity. The loss of dear friends in battle left deep scars. Personal loss became a shadow that followed him, amplifying his loneliness. He found himself increasingly exhausted by the demands of leadership, overwhelmed by the endless streams of petitions and issues that arose each day. The search for solace became a desperate quest as he roamed the empty halls of his grand palace, feeling trapped in a gilded cage. One day, a wise sanyasi, ascetic, visited the court. He was a man of profound insight and presence. Observing the king's troubled demeanor, he approached Vijnanendra and said, "Great king, true wisdom lies not in power, but in understanding the heart of your people. Roam among them, listen to their stories, and you will find the peace you seek." Reluctantly, Vijnanendra decided to heed the sannyasi's advice. Disguised as a common traveler, he ventured into his kingdom. As he roamed through villages and towns, he listened to the people's struggles, their joys, and their sorrows. He witnessed the chaos of life, the bustling markets, the laughter of children, and the tears of widows mourning lost husbands. Each interaction opened his eyes to the reality of existence. During his travels, Vijnanendra began to understand the impermanence of things. He saw how quickly joy could turn to sorrow, and how the laughter of today could be replaced by mourning tomorrow. The plight of his subjects reflected his own vulnerabilities, reminding him that no one is immune to suffering. He felt a profound pain in witnessing their struggles. It dawned on him that his own pride and entitlement as a king had blinded him to the common human experience. The burdens he had carried, the expectations of grandeur, only served to isolate him from the very people he had sworn to protect. The ongoing battle against inner turmoil became clearer as he faced his own fears and insecurities. He realized that true strength was not found in conquest, but in understanding. His attachment to power and possessions had clouded his judgment, and he began to see how this attachment led to deeper suffering, not just for himself, but for his entire kingdom. With each passing day among his people, Vijnanendra found a new sense of liberation. He came to understand that real kingship was about serving others, not wielding power over them. By embracing humility and compassion, he could lead with wisdom. Transformed by this journey, Vijnanendra returned to his palace, but he was no longer the same king. He ruled with the grace and wisdom akin to King Janaka, the legendary ruler known for his deep understanding of life and detachment from material possessions. King Vijnanendra established reforms that prioritized the well-being of his people, fostering a sense of community and support. He encouraged dialogue, creating forums where voices could be heard and sorrows shared. His kingdom flourished, not just in wealth, but in spirit. Through his journey of self-discovery and understanding, Vijnanendra became a beacon of light and wisdom, guiding his realm with empathy and compassion. He ruled not as a conqueror, but as a nurturer, embodying the ideals of enlightened leadership and leaving a legacy that would inspire generations to come.